I felt warm, I felt love, I felt rightness of existence there. I felt that that was incredible to be in the light. I felt all this, and then I saw my body. I saw how it's happened, what's happened. I saw what my wife was thinking about, what she was doing. I saw people's thoughts. Oh, that was incredible experience. I could see any thought people have. It's not the seeing the picture, it's comprehending, it's grasping the idea what they think about. I knew everything about everybody because their thoughts were open for me as a book.
Was it like you could hear it, or you could just actually just feel it?
It's grasping it, understanding it. For example, I can see this water in a glass, yeah? But if there is not the view of that, but you will explain what it is, you know, I will see that in my imagination.
Yeah.
Even that is different how I saw it. I saw it not as a written text, I saw it not as a movie, I saw what they were thinking from inside, telepathically. How? Lot of things we don't know. And I don't know how, but it was so.
So did you ever see any kind of a being at all, or anything that gave you any feeling of...
I mean, I have not seen anybody living beyond.
Did you see anyone that had been close to you that had died before? Anything like that?
I saw them as alive. I saw their lives, and I participated in their lives as a part, but I have not seen them dead. I have never seen any dead person. I mean, dead. I mean, as a spirit coming to me and talking to me or giving any messages, no.
Okay. And
I saw my parents, how they were killed.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. And that was another incredible experience. I was so happy that they were killed. Because all my life is a paradoxal, but all my life I was grieving that, you know, they abandoned me and ran away. I didn't know that they were killed. I didn't believe in that.
So you were an orphan?
In reality, yes, I was 7 months old when my parents were killed. And I was adopted by family, which died too. I was 9 years old when I adopted. My father died, and I was 13 when my adopted mother died. And she told me before her death about this, that I was adopted. I didn't know. And
so you wondered then what had happened to your real parents?
yes, and I never believed that they were killed.
Were you told they were killed before?
Yeah, my adopted mother told me that they were killed, and that's why they adopted me. And I never believed in that. I thought they escaped to England or somewhere else and abandoned me. But when I saw my birthday, then I saw my mother, then I saw my father, then I saw that we went to Moscow. I saw my adopted parents, how they talked, about what they talked, what they agreed for. They went to a meeting, and on meeting they were killed.
By whom?
KGB.
Wow. So what were they doing?
They were political dissidents.
Were they? So you got that honestly then?
Oh yes, I was born in Shanghai, China.
Oh.
My parents were political dissidents, and they worked on Trans-Siberian Railroad as that was their last the definition, or how we call it, when they sent them to work as a labor from Gulag.
And so was that where this couple adopted you, or did they bring you back to Russia?
In Moscow. In 1956, Khrushchev gave to several dissidents freedom, and they were let to come to their countries. I mean, to their places, to their place where they lived.
To come home.
Come home. And my parents came to Moscow to ask to government of England to depart to England, because my great-great-grandparents, I mean, my great-aunts came to Georgia from Yorkshire, England.
Oh,
And they wanted to find their relatives and go back to England. They couldn't find any papers, bureaucracy, Her Majesty's country couldn't find any explanations, and while they were killed.
Okay, so you saw that then when in the Life Review or whatever?
Yes, and I saw how they were killed, and I was happy. Of course, I was sorry that they were killed, but I was happy that they were good people.
So, because you thought they deserted you.
Yeah, they didn't desert me. During that time, as you know, I received a lot of information. How I received that, it can be explained. For example, you are in your room and you have 10,000 TV screens. And from all these screens you are receiving information. And you only sit there and receive all information. It goes in your brain, it stays there, and you know all what you received from these 10,000 screens. But the exciting part is that you not only receive that information, you participate in information, you experience the information. You can go to each screen simultaneously together and be there.
Wow.
It's not as I'm only I'm describing this allegorically. It's not how it's happened. It's not through screen, but I could be everywhere in any experience which knowledge I received.
Did you see any things to come like Daniel and Brinkley did, or was
I saw a lot of interesting developments on the earth, but it's not my job to talk about that. My business.
Okay. So.
Developments will go anyway its way, and it will happen, we want that or not. The world is going to be changed, and it's going to be changed in good way. Spiritual development of humankind will overcome the material development. The greediness will be changed, poverty into prosperity. And this is time when prosperity of humankind inside of human will grow, and love will overcome the stupidity of humankind. And you know, one of my professors told me once that you know, George, if you want to have a job which you will never lose, write about human stupidity, because it's endless. You will have all lifetime job, because there is no end of stupidity.
I agree with that.
And that will be, you know, changed, because I believe 21st century has pretty good perspective to create this century of spiritual developments, because in hundreds of thousands of years before, humankind lived differently. They lived more and they lived full lives. Now when humankind is interested more in rumors and bad happenings, and when happiness comes when you see on TV that somebody is killed and robbed and you are not, you know, that's what comes into your mind, that hey, thank God it's not me, that's somebody else, you know. That will be changed. There will come the new time, which in Revelation is said very well, time when love will be the dominating winner, and I believe in that.
That's wonderful. So did you see like bad times coming before that happens?
I don't believe in bad times. You know, how can it be worse than it was for me?
Right, you've had some pretty bad times there.
Yeah.
I think I heard that while you were in this 3-day period that you actually traveled to someone's home and saw what was wrong with this child that was very ill. Was that right?
Oh, okay. That's not the traveling to home. I was everywhere whoever thought about me, simultaneously. I could
so all they did was think about you and you'd be there?
Yeah, I was there. I didn't want to be there, but if they thought, I was there. It was not necessary me to be there, but I was there. They could think about me good or bad, it doesn't matter. They thought about me and I was there. And I saw their thoughts and I saw what they were thinking. And one of them was my friend's wife who was delivering child, and she delivered this baby, incredible, beautiful, it's grown and wonderful child. It's my son's age approximately, and you know, I was so happy that child was born, you know, and some excitement, and she was so happy when child was born, and she said that, my God, it's such a happiness God gave to her. She thought about that, that George is dead and child is born. Why? Because George is a troublemaker, you know. If I was in trouble, her husband was in trouble. Now she is free. 2 rabbits are killed together, you know. 2 birds.
Yes.
Yeah. Child is born and George is dead.
Yeah.
And she was happy. But child began to cry, you know, and cries and cries, and days, and second day, and I came and said, hey, don't cry. I said, well, you cry anyway. No, but you understand why you cry.
You said this to the child?
Yeah, and the child stops crying. And this doctor looks, says, you know, eyes are coming out, child stops crying. And these parents are, you know, tired with this cry, and everybody looks, what's happened? They don't know why child stopped crying. And I telepathically received the message from child that, hey, I'm crying because my hip is twisted.
The hip?
Hip is twisted. And nobody knows about that. It's not broken, but it's twisted.
Oh.
And I said, then cry if it will help. You know, and child continued to cry. And that was incredible experience to meet with this child's mind, you know. She doesn't remember this anymore. But,
and that's amazing, because the child was thinking.
Oh,
and you
yeah, oh my God. Child, from before child is born, child already has in fetus, how you call fetus? Child's
in the fetus?
In the fetus. Child already has mind. It's a spirit. It doesn't have personality. It's not soul yet received. When it's born, it receives the soul. It's completely child, no human. But it is a spirit and body. It's 2-dimensional being is already there. You have to begin to work with this child while it is still in fetus.
So then it's very important what you say to the child while it's in development then, before it's actually born.
Yes, absolutely. You have to work with the child before it comes to the life, with the soul, spirit and body, to be healthy and to have energizing future.
That's very interesting, because I have read this, that some doctors advocate actually talking to the child and using some kind of a stethoscope or some kind of a little horn-like thing.
That's very old system.
In music?
Even Solomon says to his grandson, is this child ready to receive the information? Solomon, the king of Israel, and tells that if it is 3 months old, it's late to work with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. That's in the Bible then?
Oh, yes.
You've got quite a background in theology. That's another whole discussion that we could have sometime about when
With pleasure.
I would love it. We'll have to do another program.
With pleasure.
You were teaching at Harvard about the actual psychology of theology. Yes. So what are your plans now? What are you hoping to do? I know you just finished this Congress of Enlightenment.
Yeah, that was pretty successful.
What was that about?
That we gathered together all thinkers and brought together all religious and philosophers and thinkers to bring together the idea of love, faith and hope, and to share it to each other. And we developed pretty good communication and pretty good Congress, and I hope it will continue the work. The main idea of Congress is to bring these diverse thoughts together, not to create something as an institution, not to change each other's minds, but to make each other to live in prosperity and love.
And you also are wanting to unite spirituality with science, correct?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to continue work on shark research, to work on shark's liver and helping cancer abuse, drug abuse, and a lot of thoughts, and I hope there will be people who will help with this development. This country is rich with thinkers
Yes.
and helpers, and I hope there will be somebody who will decide to help me to develop these events.
Well, we'll certainly put the word out there that you need a grant or something, because I would like to see some of the research that you were doing in the Soviet Union continued here. Some of that is
Yeah,
fascinating,
I would like
what
to
you were
do that.
doing, things that we aren't even doing here. So, well,
My message to the all your viewers and friends, I want to tell is that in the I think in the end of our conversation, that be patient with all which is unresolved in your heart. Try to leave the questions, because the purpose of everything is to leave everything now. When you leave the questions now, sometime down the road you will leave the answers. And that's how I live, and that's now how I believe, and that's how I want to see the future.
that's a wonderful way to end this program tonight. I want to thank you for joining us on The Eclectic Viewpoint.